Think you'd survive in a crisis? Most people are confident until the wrong decision costs them everything. In this quiz, your job is simple. Choose what not to do. One wrong move and you're out. Let's see if you have real survival instincts. What not to do if caught in a rip current. Swim directly against it. What not to do if your house catches fire. Use the elevator. What not to do if lost in the desert. Travel during peak heat. What not to do if lightning is nearby. Lie flat in an open field. What not to do if a shark is circling. Splash wildly. What not to do if you're choking. Panic and run. What not to do in a snowstorm. Run long distances. What not to do if attacked by a swarm of bees. Jump into water. What not to do if your car sinks in water. Wait for it to fill with water. What not to do during an earthquake. Stand in a doorway. What not to do if lost in the woods. Wander aimlessly. What not to do if trapped in a burning building. Break windows without checking airflow. What not to do if bitten by a snake. Cut the wound. What not to do during a tornado. Stand near windows. What not to do if stranded at sea. Drink seawater. What not to do if your clothes catch fire. Run. What not to do if trapped in an avalanche. Panic and thrash wildly. What not to do if face to face with a bear. Run. What not to do if dehydrated. Chug excessive amounts quickly. What not to do in a heat wave. Exercise at midday. What not to do if ice breaks beneath you. Climb out vertically. What not to do during a gas leak. Turn on lights. What not to do if attacked by a dog. Maintain eye contact aggressively. What not to do if falling through thin ice. Stand up immediately. What not to do if lost at sea in a raft. Sleep excessively in sun. What not to do if someone is electrocuted. Touch them directly. What not to do during a flash flood. Drive through water. What not to do if lost in a jungle. Follow flowing water blindly. What not to do if trapped in a confined space. Shout constantly. What not to do if experiencing hypothermia. Rub limbs vigorously. What not to do if confronted by a mountain lion. Run. What not to do if your brakes fail. Turn engine off immediately. What not to do during a volcanic eruption. Stay near lava for photos. What not to do if stranded on a mountain. Descend in darkness. What not to do if lost in open ocean. Drink seawater. So, would you survive? Or would panic win? If you enjoyed this survival challenge, subscribe to Binge Bug Entertainment. See you in the next one.